Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Tanya. Welcome back to Luxtopia. This is the Jerusha tag, the 5 luxury must-haves in my collection tag. And Jerusha put this out a couple months ago, and I've been meaning to get to it. I've written my list and then I've altered it a couple of times. I think the 5 that I've come up with now are 5 that I can live with. What I've done is I've cheated a little bit because I've given alternatives within the same category, if that makes sense. So, but they're still within the same category. So anyway, I was indirectly tagged by Catherine from KW Shops and Lisa from Lily LV. However, I was tagged by Style Icon on Instagram. So thank you very much, ladies, for the tag. And let's get on with it. Okay. First luxury item that I think is, to me, in my luxury collection, a no-brainer is what I call basic get around, jet around, don't know what to carry type of bag. This for me is a no-brainer. It's also sort of satisfies my urge for a vintage piece. I don't think I would find a piece from my year of birth because it was 45 years ago, and I think before the 80s or something, they didn't have date codes on Louis Vuitton bags. So I wouldn't know if I could find a bag from my year of birth. But anyway, this for me suits that sort of vintage urge to have an OG bag. And then at the same time, this is my runaround bag. This is my no-brainer bag. This is the bag I carry when I don't know what to bring with me. For some reason, it sort of seems to go with everything. It's the coloring, the color tone. Because the vachetta is not very light, I find that it seems to match even when I'm wearing all black, or if I'm wearing black and a red, or if I'm wearing blue or something like that. For some reason, it just goes. And this one is, I didn't mention it, my Louis Vuitton Saint Cloud, or Saint Claude, if you want to say it in French, GM. Love this bag. Love it, I love it, love it. I'm going to have it repaired. Second option, which I think is very, very useful. I know a lot of other people have mentioned the card holder, those little small slim card cases. I have one, haven't used it yet. But what I think is a little bit more useful is a small pouch of some kind. Now you could have the small clay, the canvas clay, or I'm going to go with this one because it's a little bit larger. You could use this as an everything little pouch. So you can attach your keys on here. All right, they may hang out, but depending on how many keys you carry, I only carry my card key and 2 little keys. So I could actually fit them in here. You could put your main cards, and you could even put some cash, or put the cards on the outside here, cash inside, and depending on how many keys you have, you could probably even fit the keys and everything in here. And to me, this is just one of those little pouches that can suit, 2 or 3 things in one. So keys, cash, cards, you know what I mean? So for me, although I don't use this much because I'm trying to look after it, this is my second luxury must-have, or a variation of this. It doesn't even have to be this particular one, but a pouch like this. Number 3. For me, number 3 is having an accessory of some kind that helps to elevate an outfit, helps to make you feel just a little bit more special when you're wearing something that you may think is quite simple or plain. And there are times when that happens. You might just be wearing a basic white t-shirt, pair of jeans, a pair of booties, and you just need that little extra something. Well, for me, it's an accessory. And this is where I'm cheating because I have 2 options, but within the one category. So it could be a lovely jewelry piece. So I'm wearing my Louis Vuitton chain earrings with the damier band cube. So I've just put one on to show you the other one. And I've shown this before recently in my luxury jewelry collection video, just recently. I'll see if I can put that little card up the top there. And so I find that, something understated or even a little bit brighter, if you wanted to, something with color, whatever the case is. I chose these over my Chanel studs because I just find that you'd have to know about this to know what it is. And sometimes Chanel just screams Chanel, which, hey, I'm not mad at, but still at the same time, you depending on the company you're with or where you're going or whatever the case is, you may not want to have anything that's quite loud, even a small pair of Chanel studs, you know what I mean? But they are beautiful, don't get me wrong. And if you're not a jewelry person in terms of, wanting to spend money on a luxury piece of jewelry, there's always this option. You could go for a bandeau. This is the Louis Vuitton pink trunks bandeau. And I usually tie this around my bag. So depending on what bag you're carrying, you know, I've even tied it up on here, and it just works. I don't know what it is. I've used this as a belt in my jeans. So whenever you know, and luckily, you know, I can sort of put it around just enough and tie it up just enough like that. So, you know, and that would go in the, can you see? Yeah, that would go in the loops of the jeans or the pants or whatever it is that you're wearing. And that could be just enough to zhuzh things up also. So there's that option. Of course, there's the one, you know, you could like just wrap it around your neck. You could also, if you have longish hair and you wanted to, obviously tie it up and then, you know, somehow wrap it around your hair. I haven't done it, but I've seen a beautiful picture of someone who somehow folded it and then she braided it into her plait. She had a lot of hair, so it worked. So there's that option, you know, and I have the two. I have this little Dior in the Trotter print. I don't think I've ever shown you this. This is my Dior beautiful sort of red coloring of the Trotter, and I've done this as well where I've put it around my bag, I've put it around my neck, you know, and I've done the Frenchy thing like that. I might leave it on. And that's it. So that's my third category. It has to be an accessory of some kind, because you could be wearing something plain, all black, one solid color, duotone, whatever, and you put something like this on and just like elevates it and you feel special when you could be wearing Kmart clothes from top to toe. But you put one little luxe item and you just feel like, you know, like the zhuzh, like Jerusha says. How's that? So there's that one. So they're my third category, an accessory, jewelry, or something like this. So apologies for cheating there. My next option, and this one's relatively new to me because, somewhat new. I mean, I had something similar some time ago, but still, this is my special new version. A gorgeous evening bag. Now, this is it for me. This is my Versace, the Lionhead evening bag. And it's got the gorgeous long gold chain. I've shown it before, so I won't take it all apart. But something small like this, again, you could be wearing a simple outfit, a really basic dress, and all you need is an accessory or a beautiful evening bag. And, you know, there are some evening bags that are just magnificent. They're all jewel encrusted and all that sort of thing, which I think is beautiful, but they're teeny tiny. And like, I don't know. I don't want to be taking a lot when I go out of an evening, but at the same time, I want to be able to put my keys, my little wallet or card holder, maybe, you know, a compact, maybe a lip gloss, maybe a tiny brush just in case you need to, you know, fix something up, lip balm, tissues. You still need to bring some stuff, right? Anyway, so for me, a luxury must-have is a classical, timeless evening accessory. So a lot of people go for the Chanel Wok. I don't have one of those. I've only got the Louis Vuitton Sunset Boulevard version. One day I'd like to have a Wok of some kind. I don't know if I want to do the Chanel though. I've seen a few others. I know the Mulberry one is beautiful. I nearly bought that last year. I know that the one I nearly also bought last year was the Givenchy version. And there are so many versions out there. For me, this makes more sense because it is more of a bag. It's probably like a Chanel mini rectangular size. So category number 4 is a gorgeous evening bag. And my fifth option, those of you who know me, you know what's coming. What's coming? Yes, we have a pair of shoes. I don't care what type of shoe. I've just chosen this one because this is one of my most glitzy pairs of shoes that I have. And this is the pair that I wore recently to the Year 12 students formal that they had. Oops, just a little while ago. It's got the gorgeous gold rod as a heel. Extremely comfortable, by the way. There's no problem walking on a heel like this. I'm used to heels though. It's got the gorgeous gold and topaz toned jewels across the front. It's strappy. Nothing screams elegant glamour and evening like a strappy pair of sandals or shoes. So for me, my fifth option, and it could be any type. I know a lot of people have shown the Christian Louboutins, and I think they are magnificent. And one day also, I will have a pair of those. I will. So for me, the final thing definitely is a magnificent pair of shoes. So that's my final suggestion, a gorgeous pair of shoes. I know shoes are an accessory, but to me, shoes are, you know, a whole field entirely on their own. Do you know what I'm saying? So that's it. Now I'd like to tag a few other people, if I may. So I know some people have done this already. Some have been tagged by others, but may not have gotten around to it, but I'll still tag you anyway. I'd like to tag the Luxury Hybrid, Lady B. I'd like to tag the Style Synonym, Dita. I'd like to tag Chateau Chic, Mimi. You need to do it. Even if you're not, you know, in the video, you can still do it. Tabby Violet. I'd like to tag also Chella. Kim, you've been a bit quiet of late. I know you've been jet setting around the world and all the rest of it, but it'd be good for you to come back and perhaps do this tag if you'd like to. I'll DM you. Yeah, so these are some ladies I'd like to tag. So if I haven't tagged you, but you're interested in doing the tag, please feel free to do it, you know, so I can pop over and have a look. And that's it. So take care, everybody. God bless, and I'll see you next time.